Hey Anytime Fitness fam, Ray Reese here, personal training manager, Chestnut Hill. I get it, a lot of you guys are probably going stir crazy and just sort of staring at the exercises that you used to do. However, why not use the stairs to do exercises? All right, so we've got a workout that you can do either indoors or outdoors, so long as you have a set of stairs plus a mat. This is optional, you know, depending on how coarse the environment is, and some sort of bag with some mass. Now this is a sandbag, but you can just as simply use a duffel bag, a book bag, a laundry bag, a bag of potatoes. I mean, you'll see in the video and be able to adjust accordingly. Now, it'll help you very, very much if you have a set of stairs that has handrails on both sides. If you don't have the handrails, you can still do the majority of these exercises, but for safety purposes, it's better if you have a handrail. Now, that being said, we want to make certain that if you are grabbing anything, it is literally just the railing, all right? We don't want to touch any of things holding up the railing. It's just the railing, the diagonal railing. We're not touching anything that's going vertically, all right? You may even have a set of steps that has a railing going down the middle. You know, that'll work where you'll be able to, you know, move to different sides for some of the exercises. But it's primarily for safety, so if you feel comfortable not using it, you can. Although there are some exercises that are railing specific, but there will still be options for that same body part that doesn't require a railing, all right? So get yourself a mat, some sort of bag, and let's get to work, all right? See ya. All right, so I'm going to be using the stairs of our stair machine to simulate, you know, a staircase that you may have at home in order for me to do front squats with, you know, my bag. So now you'll see I'm touching and going. I'm not dropping down. I'm not rocking forward. I'm keeping my core engaged and I'm remaining stable. Okay, breathing out each time I come up. Now, if I want to get more work done, I can go a little bit lower, assuming my range of motion and flexibility allows me. Still, I'm trying to rock very little, trying to keep that back as straight as possible. All right, so now we're gonna get ready to do some single leg step ups. This is where it's gonna come in handy to have a handrail, especially on both sides. All right, so we're using that top leg, the front leg, to get us going up. We're not really shoving off with the rear leg. All of the work should be done by the front leg. Now, let's say you don't have a handrail on both sides, then you would just need to keep your sandbag on the other side of your person and use the handrail that you have available. All right. Here, we're going to do some bent over rows using the stairs or one of the steps as our foundation here. This is also sometimes called a 3-point row. Now, depending on your your stairs, this may or may not be feasible based on, just your bodily positioning. However, if that doesn't work, then just do it without having your hand on the stairs. Now here, we're doing a single arm row. It looks a lot like a step up, but right now we're using our arm to pull ourselves up. And we're really working that back, the rear of the shoulders, and our biceps. And you'll notice that I'm not yanking myself up, and I'm not dropping to the ground. I'm going back down softly. I'm keeping my arm engaged for the entirety of the exercise. Breathing out on the way up each time. Now, we're gonna be using both arms, and because we've got both arms out in front of us, we can afford to reach back a little bit more with the foot and get greater extension. Now, obviously, you want to be mindful. You want to be certain that your railing or what have you can sustain this. If you're uncertain, don't do it. All right. And here we're using both arms. Okay. So now, working chest. We're here at an incline, which means that we're not going to have nearly as much force going down. And so we can do some plyo push-ups with a clap. We've got a couple of options. You got a clap and a shoulder touch, if you like. But if that isn't, challenging enough, then you can do push-ups with your feet elevated. And you can do a single clap push-up. We can follow those up with some Spider-Mans or even a general mountain climber. Now with my feet elevated, I'm reaching between my knees, trying to go towards my ankles. I'm not really jerking, I'm just going at an even pace, working those abs. Now, we want to work the glutes and the hamstrings. So we've got those hips going up, breathing out each time, and we have our other leg elevated. Taking our time, not trying to be overly explosive. We want our core to stay engaged and allow us some stability and work. All right, so now we can add some resistance by putting our bag in the crease of our hips. This can be kind of challenging from a balance standpoint, and you really have to hold that bag in place. Otherwise, it's gonna come rolling back towards you. All right, but the work is being done by that plant leg. So it's just more important that you keep the bag from rolling. It doesn't matter as much how your other leg is. All right, so now we're working the back and chest a little bit more, just reaching behind us and then doing a few presses. Okay, so we're reaching for that step. So obviously you have to be far enough away to make reaching for that step an actual exercise, but it allows us to be able to touch and go without it going down too far. Now for more of a challenge, we got our legs up, we're doing a few presses here, all right? Then we're really reaching back all the way. Maybe we touch the ground. All right, got a greater range of motion here, more of a stretch on the back, and then we can add some crunches where we're just going to the sky, not swinging our arms at all. Now to work the middle of our back, we have single arm alternating reverse plank flies, followed by single arm alternating flies to work the chest. Now we're finishing off with a Bulgarian split squat that we can use as a cool down or as a stretch, depending on how low and slow you go. You'll notice I'm reaching behind for stability. This can be very awkward. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, you can just as simply, do a regular split squat against the wall. All right? All right, so there you have it, another at-home workout. I hope you find it both challenging and rewarding. I look forward to any of your comments, questions, and concerns. Because remember, we're here for you anytime. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.